Cincinnati's morning show. Chris and Janine, married with microphones on 103.5 WGRR.
We're joined by Ken Rusche, co-founding partner of Oxford Physical Therapy Centers, a former NFL athletic trainer. He's here to talk about the injury that we all saw, or at least heard about yesterday, with Joe Burrow on the field in Washington. And initial reports are, Ken, it's a torn ACL. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I guess we can kind of spin this and look at, if there's some good news to it. At least there wasn't any fracture, because if you remember seeing the replay, it was pretty traumatic. So there was no fracture. There was no tearing of the posterior cruciate ligament. So if it is just an anterior cruciate ligament tear, let's kind of spin that somewhat as good news for the rehab process, bad news for, of course, the rest of the year for the Bengals.
Well, it was bad news anyway, wasn't it? But this makes it even worse. So they'll get in there today and figure out exactly what happened, right? It could be ACL and meniscus, could be a couple of different things.
You're right. They'll probably, or if they haven't already, they'll do an MRI. I'm not sure if I'm assuming he came back on the team with the plane on the team last night, and X-rays were probably done at the stadium, and then they'll do the MRI and they'll look at the extent of the damage, and it hopefully just an ACL, but could be a meniscus tear, could be stretching of other ligaments, and that's what we got to kind of wait and see, and that's going to dictate the rehabilitation program and as far as when surgery is performed.
Ken Rusche is with us, co-founding partner of Oxford Physical Therapy Centers, a former NFL athletic trainer, and, of course, a physical therapist. This was the same injury that Carson Palmer and Tom Brady had, and they came back pretty quick.
Yeah, everything can go right here. He's a professional athlete, so he's at that level because those athletes tend to heal a little bit quicker and faster than the normal public, if you will. The other nice thing is they have great medical facilities. So from a rehabilitation process, if you or I get hurt, we might go to physical therapy twice a week, maybe 3 times a week, where he'll be actually at his physical therapy probably down at the stadium on a daily basis. So he'll be working hours a day on getting his knee stronger and getting ready to play. So that's the good news. Yeah, they can come back fairly quickly from these things. They'll determine, based on what's going on, they'll determine the surgery, the date there, and hopefully that'll, I would think that could be done easily in the next week. And then from that, pretty much the day after surgery, he'll start his rehabilitation and get the knee moving a little bit, start working on the exercises around the knee, the muscles around the knee, and, get things going.
Ken, I jacked my knee. I had a meniscus tear, and, my knee's never been the same. Every time it rains, I can tell.
Yeah, that's a little arthritis going on in there, and you kind of got a built-in barometer, and it tells you when that cold, damp front comes through.
Is that what that is? I thought it was just being an old lady.
No, we're not old. None of us are old.
Thank you. I think Janine wants to make an appointment here before you leave this morning. This is what it sounds like she's working at.
Yeah, we can do that.
Well, Ken Rusche, co-founding partner of Oxford Physical Therapy Centers. He's an ex-NFL trainer and physical therapist. Appreciate you joining us this morning, talking about the rehabilitation process of Joe Burrow. And we hate to see it, but we appreciate your expert opinion on this.
Thank you so much.
Thanks very much for joining us early this morning. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
The wait for the holidays is over.